Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 1:52 p.m. It's Friday again, Garfy baby. In other words, today is Friday, and I'm not doing too bad today. How about yourself? Good to see you. I feel like I already recorded this, but I did not. Yeah, I don't know. It's 2 p.m., and usually this is like the alright, I've done Monster Train for the daytime. But today I'm doing Monster Train at 2 p.m. Uh, It's kind of weird. I woke up at like 11:30, so I don't know what I've been doing for the last hour and a half, two and a half hours, but hmm, who knows? I haven't been playing Monster Train, I can tell you that. I was messing around in Subnautica a little bit. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I remember now. The number today. You ever notice? Look at these freaking chompers on Penumbra. Hey, get the shroud out of the way. Those are some fucking gnashers, dude. My man, definitely carnivorous teeth. Extremely not an herbivore. I guess he eats morsels, so you know. And gems, although I feel like you wouldn't want pointy teeth to eat gems. Because they'd break, right? They'd shatter. I feel like you would want to grind them down. I don't know. Anyone out there ever eat copious amounts of gems? And if so, what are your teeth like? No, that's not the real question. Let me ask you the real question for today's episode, and let's get rolling. Talk about emails today. How many emails do you have? Not like emails sent to you, but how many email addresses do you have? I have 4. I had 3 before I started streaming. I have like normal real life one, which is the one that I give to people in like if I have to make a doctor's appointment or something, and they're like, "Hey, what email can we email you at?" I have that one. Then I have a junk email, which I give to basically anyone that wants my email for a survey or anything. Throw that one, it's a throwaway, I never really read it. Then I have my school email, and I have the email connected to my stream. Before I made the business email for the stream, I had only 3. Really 2, because I didn't really use the school email either. But also nobody really had any reason to email me 3 years ago. So, you know. I think it's interesting. I wonder, imagine some people just run with one email, which I cannot imagine, personally. What I'm interested to hear is if you run with less or more. I feel like 3 to 4, or probably 2 to 4 is my expected answer. Like, 2 makes the most sense, right? Email that you give people that you actually care about hearing from, and then spam email. But it's hard to say. That's why I'm asking the question. Let me know. And also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's begin. Umbra Exile Melting. Explosive Sigil. Spell Shield. Diligent. Prismal Dust. Purifying Cleanse. Crucible Extension. You know I'm a Prismal Dust fan. I'm a believer. Double Extinguish triggers without little fade is still good. Combustible Wax is also okay here, but we started with a burnout card. We can take double extinguishes. You're never gonna believe it, but I think I'm going to ignore Penumbra in this run. I'm going to turn my head away as Penumbra dies. And we're just gonna try to play a good melting line of some description. I know, crazy. Combustible Wax might have been the right play if I want to play specifically like Draft Infusion on Paraffin Enforcer. However, do I want to play that? I mean, yeah, sure, but I don't have it right now, so I'm not too pressed about it, you know? Oh, my man just dies. That's fine. I suppose. If I should get the other Purifying Cleanse, and then Penumbra will not burn out. Penumbra will just die naturally. Wow, I'm taking a huge chunk of damage. What an extremely bad order of draws. Like, wowee. That's not very good. It's okay. I drew all the reforms first. Realistically, what I should have done here is I should have played that train steward in front so I could reform him. Am I dead? Not enough space. Uh-huh. I'm alive. It's 17, right? Yeah. That's still crazy. Like, the Prismal Dust last was a little bit baffling to me. I don't know, I assumed I was gonna draw one of them. I guess you gotta assume the worst with Monster Train. I forgot. I'm not picking Excavation Eruption here. No way. I know I picked Wax or Snuffer, but at the end of the day, it's better to play Draft. I would rather lose. Oh no. Monster Train can't... Come on, Monster Train, what is this? I guess I wouldn't rather lose. I guess I'll take Crucible Warden, but I'm not happy about it. Quick is not good. Those units are not good. I'm gonna take a... I want to just give him like 5-10 to try and give him enough stats to kill something. I'm not even going to look at the temple. There's no way. I'm not going to bother rerolling because I'm not upgrading this unit. We're in a bad spot. I should definitely, if you want to say to me that I should slow down, sure, dude. Yeah. Why not? And you're right. But also, it kind of goes against how I play a majority of these runs, which is like if I die to I've reached a point in playing Monster Train where I don't really stop to consider the what if I bottom pick both Prismal Dust sort of scenario there. I just kind of like I look at the deck there and I think to myself, yeah, it'll be fine. I'll draw a Prismal Dust, and then if they're both on the bottom, too bad, go next. I must have reformed him. I must have reformed him. That's what happened there. Yeah. He was definitely reformed. Okay. What is this? This is definitely Purifying Cleanse Prismal Dust for my man. I know he's gonna burn out, but the Prismal Dust isn't all that much health because of the spikes. It makes less of a difference. Yeah. Spikes really does a number on damage shield, but that's alright. I took this guy so that I wouldn't die. I wasn't happy about it though. I don't mind and believe I should pick Umbra Assault. Molten Encasement. Cool. Now, the $1 million question here is, do I go gamble on the Remnant Banner to give me a better unit to play, or do I go to the Pyre Remains and give myself more health? That's the $1 million question. Well, the answer to that question is there's roughly one unit I want to play from the Remnant Banner. I guess there's two. I could play Wickless Baron as well. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna go up. There's two answers here. Nice. I actually kind of prefer Wickless Baron in this run, because we have double extinguishes. Now I'm gonna do something you might find a little wacky, but I'm gonna go ahead and dupe the Baron and self-infuse him right now, because I'm gonna have to wait a while otherwise, I expect. This is the play that I feel gives me the most value. Without, I guess I wouldn't have to wait that long, but it frees me up to go to the steel shop, and also I'd have to wait till after Fell otherwise, yeah. I didn't look ahead, but I just kind of had a feeling. Oh. How interesting. Of course. Oh, I wish I knew what was in the temple. There's a +10 piercing in that temple. I think I should go Wingmaker here, but the -1 size, I've had my eyes opened. -1 size, just play 3 Wickless Barons with that. He also doesn't need his second upgrade all that much. Yeah, I'm down. I think that that's pretty good. Was there a +10? I think that there wasn't. I think this is Purge Stone. No, this is intrinsic. Yeah, I remember now. This is intrinsic. That's fine. Alright, Daedalus. Let's get to work. Now, we're perched on the very precipice of destruction at 6 HP here. However, I think that if I do not face my doom, we shall have a pretty good run. Penumbra goes mid-4 because of Clergyman. Draft can go up here. Crucible Warden does get to go up there as well because I have one size Wickless Baron and not two. Too bad my man doesn't get to harvest off of eats. It is Explosive Sigil, so I have to be extra careful about... And you know what I maybe should have done here is I maybe should have put the Baron mid-4. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Penumbra have one last ride here. Yeah, and then we'll go like draft behind, encasement in front. I'm gonna put a lot on this draft, I think, really. It's just I can't let many enemies go by or else disaster. Let's do a little looking ahead, shall we? Right now, kill, you kill, and then I think +25, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths? Oh. Okay, so he's getting 5, he's getting +25, +25. I thought that the health number was off because of the spikes, but I couldn't make 3 get to 24 without 8, and I got confused. But it's 5-5, and he's not hitting the spikes, he's hitting one of the regular guys. Okay, so where does that leave me? I'm basically looking, and I believe the answer is yes. I can't, okay, and now. I'm doing a lot of calculations very quickly. I'm sorry I'm not keeping you up to date. I believe that I should end my turn. There's a lot that goes into this decision, so I'll try to run through it all real quick. There's 2 things you can do here. You can Purify and Cleanse the draft, or you can Purify and Cleanse Penumbra. I believe I should not Purify and Cleanse the draft because I can Primitive Mold it back, or I'll get Molten Encasement. Either way. And I don't think I shouldn't Purify and Cleanse Penumbra. Oh, you know what? No, I should Purify and Cleanse the draft because I'm going to pull back Molten Encasement. The one harvest isn't worthwhile. And this lets me get this mid-floor of harvests onto my Baron. That is exactly. Ooh. And to play everyone's favorite game, do I actually cast Antumbra Assault on this run? The answer is a strong unknown. Penumbra may as well go soften up the boss. That's fine. Go get him, Penumbra. I killed the tune myself. Hey, I played Antumbra Assault, by the way. The turn after asking the question, will I play it? Good job, Antumbra Assault. In my mind, I'm trying to play this like I need to get Harvest for some sort of meta or progress reason. Like I'm getting money or something out of it. There's no reason to think about it like that. I get the fight. I'm not picking Wretch. I'm past all of this stuff. It's a question of draw, energy, or space. I think they all have merit, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to take draw. Let's draw space if I want to max out Trample Penumbra, which I do, maybe? Good multi-strike. Very good multi-strike. Extremely good. Alright. So, moving forward here is the interesting part. I don't know if I'm meant to keep Crucible Warden. I think I am meant to keep Crucible Warden right now. Later on, he might not make any sense, but right now my man can stay. I cut 2 Train Stewards. The high roll pickup here is Remnant Host. That's the big payoff for our run. One remnant host and we go nuts. I don't really want to go to 50 for value stone right now. 60, 75, 85. I guess it makes the rest of the run clean. I could value stone Prismal Dust. I don't think I need it though because I have stealth. In this run, I actually don't think Prismal Dust is going to do that much. Does making more space matter all that much? I mean, it kind of is the answer, I think. Like, if I wanted to, I could put the Wickless Baron with Penumbra. Sadly, the Reflector is infused, so it does not do much, but I could. The option is there. I'm not going to, like, intrinsic it, though, of course. I mean, I already passed on intrinsic, so I think that that's probably pretty clear. I'm counting. No, put it on the harvest floor. You fool. Why'd I put it there? I don't know why I put it there. Really? Oh, I think it's exact. I think I can't, like, if I play a spell up there, I lose it. Oh, Architect Penumbra would be pretty wacky as well. Yeah, it is exact. Okay. You know, I deserve to get hit for that one, but I didn't, so what can you do? Oh, my man's dying over here. Hey, cut it out, boss. I mean, we know what we're getting if we reform a random unit here. You're all well aware of what we're getting here. 25... 75, 90. Yeah. I know it's not 90 because of that number order, but I'm just counting and doing a little bit of calculating here. Give me a rubble morsel. Just don't give me an Antumbra morsel. This is acceptable. Yeah. This is acceptable. Because as long as I go to Relentless, we're fine. It messes up my reform pool pretty heavily. Or, as you may also be interested in saying, something fierce. But it's okay. I just really want to get rid of all these train stewards. Also don't want to die to the 30 attack enemy that's about to walk at me here. Yeah, that's kind of frightening, isn't it? Is it not? I'm one space away from actually being able to play Penumbra here, which would be pretty helpful. We might as well see what the morsels all are. So it's 29. Is it really? You're 1 damage off here? And he kills the 9-2. I'm still 1 off, right? Or... Okay, now... This turn... This one's gonna look a little strange. But I believe if you play Rubble Morsel in front, and then both morsels behind, yeah, you get them all killed. And we're not gonna play anything else up there, it's very tight. But, sure, dude. You take those. Keep it up, morsels. Really, really lucky on the morsel RNG in this fight to allow me to get out of this like this. Molten Encasement, you're a little late, buddy. I know I passed on you earlier, but you could have showed up sooner than this, right? Surely. And that right there was a frightening fight, considering it may be an indicator of what's to come for the rest of the run. But I don't mind, I suppose. Subsuming Blade is decent. I took Umbra Assault, so should I take Subsuming Blade? No. Yeah, I think I should. I'm gonna go get another one of these bad boys now. Another one of... where is he? These bad boys. Votive Key Sketches. How bad is Sketches here? I think it's actually fine. Right, because if I take Sketches, I just get all of my... I can play 3 or 4 Wickless Barons without any apprehension. They all will get pulled out right away. The problem is I can't really get to 3 or 4 Wickless Barons until... Oh, wait. No, this looks a lot worse since there's only one duplicate left on the map, huh? Yeah, I'm less interested in this. Give me the free Endless. I'm gonna dodge these boons, and we're at what? 80, 90, 100? Or just 100 if I take these. Yeah, I guess the money's fine. Alright, you got me. Mark of Invasions are always going to be nice, assuming I don't miss on my Baron turn 1. I'm gonna be happy every time. Pardon me. Big man. Boss man. Don't like to see it. This is a choice. Do not be afraid. This was a decision I made. I thought about it. This order is correct, without a doubt, in my mind. That is the order that I wanted to play that in. Again, this is the order. I just have to give Votive Key a piece of my mind. I'm gonna have enough that I can just throw one of these away. I'll throw them both away. Like, my damage output's high enough with 2 of them and a little trial action. And we're chillin'. Yeah, this fight's extremely done. I would love to have a Mark of Invasion on every fight. Alas, it is not to be often. I don't know, you may as well Subsuming Blade over here. Again, I don't think it matters too much, but I don't want to be like... I don't want to look over at my Barons and realize I don't have enough damage, which is probably going to happen in this round of combat. How do you feel about this? I think it's fine. I refuse to do the math though, and you can't make them. Yeah, this is what I was a little concerned of. Because it's 1, 1... What is this? This is plus 10, so my man's at 110, and the opponent's at 115. Rather close. God, Penumbra, get out of here. Who keeps inviting this guy? So it's net neutral, I'm pretty sure, on playing Molten Encasement. My Baron gains 10 total attack, and the boss man gains 10 total health. And then if I put a morsel in the back, there you go. Penumbra, I extended your burnout. These morsels, like, they have actually saved me so much damage. Reforming morsels has kept me in this one. Got out the morsels, I guess. I need to get rid of all these train stewards and be better off. But... you know, I also would like to get rid of the Crucible Warden. I think he has outlived his usefulness, but my man got us here, so I can't really fault him too much. I don't need Engulfed in Smoke. I could take Crushing Demise, but I want to make sure I'm funneling Harvests, as you can probably imagine. And so, it makes less sense. Yeah, I'll buy the removal, it doesn't matter. It makes no difference. I'm gonna remove all 3. I also want to get Subsuming Blade to cost 1 less. Goodbye, Crucible Warden, thank you for your service. I got it from here. And let us... Oh, I made the classic mistake, should crack this first. Volatile Gate? I'm down for Pyre Wall, actually, because I think on Diligent Seraph I'm going to take some curses. Anything interesting for Nexus Spike? Not really. I'll just purge a morsel. That's fine. Wait, is that really 23 cards? I was what, 24? Huh. I guess I have gotten a lot of removals. I'm thinking about this. I don't really feel like I want to reroll this. I'd rather get rid of Antumbra Assault. I know it's Diligent Seraph, but I don't really need to play my spells, is the thing. Like, I don't really care. I'm just gonna play my 3 Harvest Boys and let them pop off. Yeah, you heard me right, I said 3. Actually, I'm gonna do Draft here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a draft every round. I almost don't even want to play Penumbra, man. I'm changing my positioning in my chair. Better. I had to move you, and I wanted to warn you that there may be some vibrations. I have not done too much hitting my desk lately, though, which I'm pretty happy about. Feeling like I'm doing a good job of not fucking kneeing my desk in the middle of an episode anymore. Very good, pretty clean. This is the sort of run that makes me really lazy. I don't feel a need to play any of this shit. So why would I, you know? To what end? Like, sure, I could bring back Penumbra, and I will because this is actually kind of scary. But I'm not sure. I mean, the scaling on my harvest units is not that good right now. So it is correct to give them a little bit of assistance on the scaling front. But I could just sit here and do nothing, you know? I could. I'd probably take damage and die, though. The votive key gets kind of weird because the draft is alternating turns on his Endless. It's a little strange. Yeah, whatever. If I see a Remnant Host, this run is 100% cleaned up, done and dusted, but I feel like I haven't been seeing Remnant Host on the runs where I want to see Remnant Host lately. That doesn't work. That doesn't work, brain. You can't do that. In hindsight, by the way, I should have taken the Crushing Demises because Crushing Demise, I just have to live the Relentless, right? I'm gonna have so much stealth that basically any unit entering Relentless would win it. So I should take Crushing Demise or just pop enemies. I should have 1 Crushing Demise. But alas. I'll take Forever Consumed. I don't want Furnace Tap particularly. I'll take Forever Consumed. Now, I actually think I would rather not take Light of Seraph. I think that I would prefer the +1 energy, and I'll play it Penumbra a second time I see him. It's fine. That's my ruling on the matter. I'm gonna go ahead and go left. I really don't need any magic shop upgrades. I'll start getting rid of primitive molds. Purifying Cleanse has its use. Anything cool, Trinket Shop? Not really. I just like, what do I want? I don't need a relic. I don't need a card. Oh, I do need a card, actually. But I cannot infuse it, so it doesn't really matter. Nah. Like, I'm trying to think of what I want for this run. I picked Forever Consumed. I want damage spells. Could also go Architect here, but there's not a whole lot of use case for Architect in this run, I feel. Yeah. I need more units to throw in front of my harvesting units. That's what I want. But I'm just gonna get a third harvester instead, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like, and more energy. Like, Flicker's Liquor for what? That's the question. And the answer is nothing, because the only cards that I really care about doesn't benefit from it. If I'm playing Molten Encasement every turn, I'm making, like, Shade Splitter free. Cool. Cool. Whatever, basically. +8 is interesting. I should probably give this fight the respect it deserves because of the curses. The Crucible extension turn 1 is very helpful, though. Could try to play mid-floor here. I actually don't hate it. This one I do want Penumbra Endless, by the way, because I should mention every time that I make that choice, because if not, I feel like I'm just forgetting. I played him like that very quickly, but it is, you want him endless because he's going to hit the enemies a lot. He does very well on this combat specifically, Trample Penumbra. Also, these Wickless Barons are never gonna die. Anyway, I actually think I should play mid-floor because they will kill this wave. Like, they guaranteed kill this wave. And so I can give myself one less round of curses here. Very bad turn 2, what the hell? What is this draw? Huh. Well, I guess that's my bad. I didn't see the double Purifying Cleanse, double Deadweight draw coming. And that's just death. Like, this is death. No doubt. I guess it wasn't guaranteed, right? I assumed, but it was not guaranteed. Because I can't reform that morsel, right? In reality, I had to draw Draft or Forever Consumed, or I had to play Prismal Dust. Yeah, I actually just didn't count also. I didn't think that this was 19 for some reason. I'll redo it, because that's a guaranteed death, and I need to not do that. Definitely. Yeah, so it goes Crucible Extension. I play it the same way, but I need to go, okay, 10 plus 9 is 19. 19 more than 15. And then instead of I'll play Shade Splitter. I'll play it exactly the same, but I just do this for 1 damage shield. There is no reason to be holding damage shield like I have been, you know? Makes no sense. And you know, this is a... This isn't... Oh, you know what else I forgot? This guy puts sap on you. So actually playing mid-floor is really bad. Because you just don't keep up. That's interesting. I got 2 things about this one. Huh. I'll play it through, but I think that this mid-floor play is very bad now in hindsight. But it's easy to say after seeing the draws, isn't it? It is much, much easier to say I shouldn't have played mid-floor after we see these truly tragic draws. It's okay, though. This is what we want to see, is we want to see Steel Wings infused in front. Well, my feelings are not optimistic. Tried to stem the flow of curses and it was not very good. I have been finding, or rather I should say, I feel like this run is a good example of why I tend to play like every run. This run is a great example of why I say in almost every run, well, you never know what's going to happen here, because even though this deck is 21 cards, 6 card draw, I can still run into these bad draws. It still happens. And so I'm constantly vigilant for times where I have to go, yeah, that draw was bad. We'll live. I'm just gonna, again, take a lot of damage. Yeah. And it's a shame. The mid-floor play was definitely not right. But again, easy to say in hindsight now that I can see how the fight plays out, right? Harder to say that it's bad to play mid-floor at the start. Oh, that's exact lethal, huh? Too bad. Because I feel like it makes sense if you get your snowballing, if you get your fight started off well enough, and you play mid-floor here, you stop the curses. But I guess in hindsight, I didn't stop the curses, and everything was bad. But also a good look at the fact that if I go to Relentless, I win the fight no matter what, even if my scaling wasn't very good because I have 18 stealth. So, and realistically, Trample Stone doesn't really do that much, but probably fine. Put it on the second guy in this run. Realistically, you just play top 4 because we don't care about our draw that much, right? Like I've talked about with Diligent Seraph, the draw on this run is not that interesting. I took that money kind of automatically, but I probably shouldn't have because I'm just going to play Wickless Baron. I'm also going to go ahead and get rid of these Purifying Cleanses because they are not very useful. Third Baron. Resin Block does very little. Paper Funnel's cool. The enemies that go by are going to be small ones. I actually can't take anything from Steel Shop. I could take another removal, but I'll just reroll. Nothing. Nothing. Click here so I don't get the pop-up. I guess I could take, like, Endless Draft. Yeah, or not. Oh, you know what? This Draft has been a real member of the team. He can have a multi-strike. I want to give him a damage shield 3 as well. This is kind of good so that he can attack without getting killed by the Divinity and without having the Molten Encasement in front, or like, it makes sense. It makes sense, but much like everything else that I do when I play this game, it makes sense in a very specific subset of cases. What is the specific subset? And again, we do this because there is no reason not to, and I have to get back into the, oh yeah. Have to get back into the there's no reason not to mentality, but if I draw Molten Encasement and Draft before turn, was it before turn 2 on the Divinity, then the Draft gets to swing. Because after turn 2 an enemy will kill Molten Encasement for us, but before turn 2 it will not. So also it gives Draft this very aesthetic 1-2-3, which looks cool. I've never seen that before. He should have Endless, yeah. I'm not going to care about Trampled Stone, and I'm going to take 1 to Firewall. Shout out Firewall. Okay. This doesn't look great. Because my man's only 10 times 3. Yeah. However, this wave actually does 0 damage to me. So the only thing that doesn't look great here is that I don't get the harvests. But I think on next turn I'll be able to get the harvests. And again, my scaling isn't that important, is it? So at the end of the day, maybe we get 3 here. If I make it to Relentless, I win the fight. That's just how it goes. It's a byproduct of Wax or Snuff or Molten Encasement. Did I even play this spell yet? I don't think I have. Oh yeah, I do want this back. 2-2-3, less cool. I don't want the Rubble Morsel. Guess I should just consume the spell. the primitive mold. Oh, my deck feels so much larger than it actually is, and I realize now it's because I bought so many curses. This is good. I'd rather do it like this. It makes no difference though. And when you're getting, what is it, in terms of total attack power for the floor, every time that a unit dies, I'm getting 30 damage. Makes it a little easier to reach our goals here. Oh. Yeah. I see it now. I was debating between playing Trample Stone and playing Primitive Mold to play Draft, and then it clicked. It made sense. Now, someone told me a while back that draw priority does carry through on your second draw of your cards, but it doesn't carry through on your champion. And my subset of cases is pretty small, so I don't have an answer either way. However, I have typically... No, this is definitely correct, actually, because Rector, you can bottom deck Rector, Burnout Rector when you have to do that on some fights. Never mind, I take it back. It is just luck. That is the answer. I take it back. So I do have a specific case where you don't play your champion first time around all that often, and it's when you have Burnout Rector with no Burnout Extenders on the first fight. And, like, no way to kill the boss. Like, which you typically do if you have Rector, to be fair. Or typically do not, I should say. I'm gonna make what seems like a little bit of a questionable one here, but I believe the best thing to give Endless to is the minion. the morsel. The fucking minions. All three of my Wickless Barons turn 1 is pretty interesting, by the way. This does appear to be an issue, does it not? This is a bit of a problem, I must say. Indeed. I mean, I'm just dead. Lose the fight. I can save 1, but there is no recovering from that, is there? I believe that there is no way to come back from this one. That's a little bit interesting. We'll play it out, but what should I have done differently here? I don't know, actually. Thought about the draft surviving, but I didn't think about the fact that these guys might just die like that. And we'll give it our best shot, but I am almost certain that death is the only way out of this one. Maybe something unbelievable happens, but dude, I've been having some real bad ones lately. Oh. Like, I've been dying to the Divinity a lot lately. To weird stuff, too. Like, this run's not supposed to lose. This run isn't supposed to lose here. That's crazy to me. I know I put Endless on the wrong guy. It makes no difference. There's no way I'm getting past this Harvest Wave, right? Like, how could I ever? The answer is I could not. Let me look at it again. I don't know. This run feels like it's supposed to win, but I guess like the real answer is I could have had exactly 100 pack shards going in here, and then the Divinity doesn't have 10, he has 9, and this is not a problem. Like what? I'm supposed to play mid floor here, but that feels like I'm gonna just get run over by the apprentices, right? I don't know, I guess we can try it. I feel like I'm suffering from a different problem in playing mid floor, but maybe my implied problem is not as bad as I feel it should be. I'm going to get crunched. No doubt. But I don't die. Oh, this morsel should go in front to proc damage shield. And do I die? I might die. No, I take 1 hit from each of them. Or no, 2 hits from you. And we'll see. Like, I think I need the time to scale, but... Oh. Maybe it's okay because of Vapor Funnel. Maybe Vapor Funnel just solo carries this run. We make our concessions, but at the same time, how in the world do I kill chains? Or like anything on this wave? I guess that without, yeah, because I'm dead here as well. So, 3 self-infused multi-strike Wickless Barons without more than 1 unit dying in front of them every turn is not strong enough. Like, this is not enough. I thought for sure it was, but it is not enough. I really feel like I just needed another turn, right? Like if I feel like I am 1 turn away from being okay, but I can't play top 4, so I just die. I don't know. These runs have been like shocking to me lately. Like yesterday's run and today's run have both been, I thought for sure we were fine, but I'm not fine. Decidedly so. Like I kill chains though. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I don't kill chains. What the hell? These guys suck. I'm always like, every time I play Wickless Baron, I'm always surprised because I feel like this run should have done fine, but I just got crunched. I really do feel like the top 4 play would have been enough. I took for granted the idea of being able to play top 4. It's also a good, like the Divinity is this fight is a good look at why I don't really value playing 3 of a unit that much, because like I do believe with hindsight, with looking at this run in hindsight, I would have been much better off playing not the -1 size. The -1 size, like I actually think I need to have 4 Wickless Barons for it to make sense, because 2 Wickless Barons with the space for another multi-strike or just a +25, and the hammer is better than 3 Wickless Barons with the -1 size, I think. But I don't know. I don't know. I keep trying this stuff and it just seems not that good. I also, of course, feel like if we had seen another tomb, it would have been good. Like one of the other 3, well, other 2 tombs, 2 tombs, right? Explosive and I mean, I guess I saw Formless Child. I guess to be fair, I could have played Formless Child in this run. I think that, I mean, again, in hindsight, it would have worked. This run, I think, is much easier to win with in hindsight, but in the moment, the -1 space seems to be not always correct. However, I think the -1 space would make more sense if I missed multi-strike. However, if I missed multi-strike, we would have lost a lot sooner. So, I don't know. I think that, much like yesterday's run, today's run is one that is a surprise that I have lost, and Uh, uh, I think that with hindsight, I could have won it for sure. Like, you just have to make different choices over the course of the run, which is interesting and definitely interesting. Maybe because like at the end of the day, if you play this run again and you play it with two space barons with one multi strike and like even just a plus 25, that's gonna be fine. I think that's going to be better because then I have the AoE card. I guess you take Crushing Demise also. You could take Crushing Demise too. The Barons themselves, they just are not enough. You gotta pick some stuff to go with them, I guess. Even though you're not getting Harvest on the floor. But it's weird. Yeah, but it's weird. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.